Hello everyone, hello! Cesare here with some more Final Fantasy XIV. We are in Shadowbringers right now, and the first thing we're going to do is pick a new pet. Our pet for today is Wind-Up Therian. We have not seen that for a while. Alright, so we are currently in the Crystarium. Now, I tried my very best to do this quest here over the weekend, so that I would not have to do it during the main story. Unfortunately, as you just saw, the game does not let me do that quest until I get past a certain point in the MSQ. I didn't know that was a thing. When I last played through Shadowbringers, I was well past that point when I started doing the role quests, so... shit. Anyway, let's head out and talk to Y'shtola and kick things off. Now, we just took down the Lightwarden in Aam Areng, and Minfilia met with Minfilia and decided what she wanted to do with her life, essentially. And she now has red hair and is known as Reen. But she has the power of the Oracle of Light, and she was able to find the Lightwarden for us. And like I said, we killed it. Yulmore took off out of Aam Areng, and now the last Lightwarden resides in Calusia. Y'shtola said she needs to speak with us. It sounded rather urgent. Yep, exactly. The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Reen, have you noticed anything peculiar about Mira's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely, she won't mind. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside her, and though I didn't think anything of it at first, but after we defeated the Warden at Aam Areng, I realized something was wrong. You've absorbed its ether, Mira, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Miro! If naught is done, this will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for her? Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Understood. Fine, I'm fine. Let me help. Yes, mother. I have to say yes, mother. Nah, none of that cheek or I will take you across my knee. Come now. Off with you to the pendants. We will call for you when the time comes. I'm not sure I would be opposed to Y'shtola putting it on her knee. Vector, how do you feel when the light within you overflows? Dude, yesterday I was in the area where you get tome gear in Dawntrail, and I saw someone with like the most Rogan name ever. It was really hard to pronounce. Is everything alright, miss? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Vector says, in response to my question, Vector says, I'd rather not say. Ah, that is how you relieve it. I understand. I got you. Very good. If you should have any need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. Vector decides a bit too coy. He busts out his Digimon deck and plays a game. Oh, hey, Albert. This is where you've been hiding. Why did you stay behind?
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Ahm Areng? I see. Minfilia's gone then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
What just happened?
There was something Minfilia said to me. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right? That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come and the wars yet unwon. The final Lightwarden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare, but for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
Let's see, I'll see it through. The end is finally in sight. When the warden is dead, will your work finally be done?
Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
No, this isn't right. It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Please tell me you've finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Very well. Where to next then? Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Oops. Anywhere we go from here will not necessarily be safe. Hold on, I didn't actually see what that said. Gods, by the sound of that last one, I recognize the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubble by now. Is there nothing else we can do? Look around you. This isn't war. It's a sickness, and it spreads to every corner of Eorzea. The city-states are in disarray, and by all accounts, the Far East's faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. This world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story. When the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Have faith, my friend. We will find her. That was interesting. It was clearly in Ishgard, and the book was Heaven's Ward, the recount of when Miro went through and put a stop to the Dragonsong War. What a peculiar dream. Was that the past? That cutscene alone was fairly fascinating to me the first time I went through. I won't spoil that, but I will say you're not wrong. That quote from FFD&D. Hi Alma, I'm fitting all 5 heads of my penis into that. Little do you guys know that Bryce has evolved a penis like an enchilada. Astral? I don't even know what that means. Of the Sunless Sea. Ah, fuck. Return to Yulmore. Ah, Mistress Princess, I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, A message arrived for you from the XIV. He bids you come to the ocular at your earliest convenience. And, madame, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. See, if I didn't have to build the maps and everything for online D&D, because online D&D is boring if you're just doing Theater of the Mind, I'd probably want to do more of it, but yeah. Do you have business with the Crystarium? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the ocular. Oh, I know I have one of them for making it. It's just I gotta go through and actually make it. I don't want to. It's a lot of work.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Lightwardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First, a chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard, a flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Asian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy, A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Lightwarden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Lightwarden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Hey, Emet-Selch, what are you doing over here, bud? Yes, did my lesson provoke thought, giving rise to further questions? 3 of you escaped the Sundering, but what of those who didn't? Why, their very beings were divided into 14, of course. Yet by our power, we unsundered Ascians may raise up one of their fragments to their original office. But I suppose this in itself bears explaining. So, the names by which you know us are not, in fact, our names. Be it Elidibus or La Habrea or Igeorm, all are titles of office, and when an office is vacated, it may be filled by another. Over the eons, I have overseen several changes of the guard among our sundered brethren, and in such instances, the vacant title ordinarily goes to another fragment of the selfsame soul. While it is by no means impossible to raise up wholly unrelated individuals, 'tis we whose fervent entreaties brought forth Lord Zodiac, whose souls he claimed in the beginning, who make the truest servants. So, if we were to defeat all the Ascians of the Source, what is your true name then? There may come a day when I reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of such disappointments. Do I think La Habrea had a corner office? If they had a physical office, La Habrea absolutely did have a corner office. That's a subject. Not necessarily the corner office aspect, but the actual, like, organization of Ascian culture that we will get to explore eventually. His real name is Dildo Swaggins? No. Alright, let's talk to Alpha now. I'll read first. This aura, what could it be? There you are, Miro. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town, and we are to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Yulmore? Since we faced Lord Vorthry, and I felt such furies I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him, but entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage, there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles, I found the answer. In Vorthry's self-righteousness, In his absolute belief that he, and he alone, is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself. It brought memories of my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it with the good grace I did is another question. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the Lightwarden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. It's time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Miro, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure the path is clear? The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you were to see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. The only memories it brought back was, flooding back was a stolen naked. Nah, nothing brings that memory back for him, because that memory is always on the forefront of his mind. Alright, give us a sec, guys. We'll take a break, and we'll come right back.